distinguished guests, gentlemen of the press, ladies and gentlemen. First, I would like to start by expressing my profound gratitude to the Speaker and the members of the Enugu State House of Assembly for their expeditious review of the 2024 Appropriation Bill and the quick passage. So we're here today to witness the signing into law of that appropriation bill. And I think it's important to highlight essentially what that appropriation bill, or now appropriation law, means to the people of Enugu State. And let me also just put on record that the expeditious manner in which this bill has now been passed into law occurred as a result of the collaboration between the executive arm and the legislative arm of the members of the executive council, as these estimates were being projected, had engaged members of the State House of Assembly in working together with the details in terms of the government priorities and projects that government wants to execute. So it is no surprise that we're here 2 weeks or so after the submission of the appropriation bill. We're here today to sign it into law. So that's a function of collaboration. What this means to Enugu is we're going to be spending over 400 billion naira in the next year. So this is the first time in the state we are spending that size of funds for capital projects. And so we're spending 20 times more than what has been typically our capex outlay in the States. And the interesting thing is that this spending is not coming from borrowing. It is largely going to come from mobilization of domestic revenue. So we're going to obviously be tasking ourselves, the members of the executive arm. We're going to, I'm not sure that these faces you're seeing here would be the same faces you will see by the end of the year. Because we're going to task all of them to be able to meet the performance targets, the output targets that we have set for them, which is the only way we can afford this large-scale expenditure that we have proposed. It is required because we called this budget a budget of disruptive economic growth. And it's disruptive based on the reasons I've already given. The first time we're spending this size on our capex. It also means that we're going to have huge economic activities in Enugu State. So imagine an economy that is typically used to the the spending of 20-30 billion as capex, now going to witness a spend of 400 plus billion on the same capex. That is going to be monumental in the way that it lifts our people out of poverty, in the ways that we generate economic activities. Most importantly, it is also going to ensure that we address some of the gaps we have in our social services. So for us, in the education sector, the passage of this bill and the signing of this bill into law today means that we're now looking forward to 260 smart schools in all the wards in Enugu State. It also means that we're looking forward to 200 primary healthcare centers, type 2 primary healthcare centers across all our wards in Enugu State. It means that we're going to have radical infrastructural development. We're going to build the Enugu new city. We're going to have our roads paved. We're going to have the feeder roads paved, the access roads to our farmlands. We talk about scaling up our production in the agriculture sector. The passage of this bill today and the signing into law is going to ensure that we grow our agriculture so that it is not only going to be for food, but it's also going to be for export. Our special agro-processing zone will come to life. We're going to be thinking about Enugu State, not just as a state that provides food security, but also a state that exports food. And it also means that the new sectors we have introduced, which we hope to use to drive our revenue, the energy and the mineral resources sector. It means that our resources in that sector will be harnessed for the benefit of Enugu. So there are a couple of creative ways. I'm sure you must have also reviewed and endorsed for us to execute that we have introduced.